If there's one thing you can consistently depend on the fashion world every year is that it's inconsistent with which colors are trending every year. Does that make any sense? It makes sense to me, but I love it. I love that fashion's always changing. And in this video, we're gonna talk about 7 colors that are set to be huge for 2025 and 3 colors that are set to be not huge, dare I say, a little bit out of style. I'm just kidding. I'll tell you my theory on colors, which you've probably already heard because I've said it in lots of videos. When we get to that part, one of them is one that I wear all the time. It is a very, like, half my closet is this color, but it's not a big trending color this year. So we'll talk about those at the end, and let's get started. We'll just start with this first color, which I'm currently wearing, which is somewhere between an off-white and a beige. It's not quite off-white, but it's not quite beige. I even saw it called cashew milk, and I liked that term for this color. And that is going to be a huge color in the neutral category for 2025. I like it. As you can see, I love this sweater. It's a cashmere quarter zip from Quince. I'll link it below. But I actually really like this color. I think it's a beautiful neutral, especially if you don't like white. You know, this is a great little cousin that's still a very neutral color, still goes with everything, and always looks classic and chic. And honestly, with the neutrals, even when they're not in style, they never really look out of style, you know? Now, I love this color so much that I also bought a dress from the cruise that I just went on. I'll show you a picture. It's gorgeous. And I think I like this better than white. And I wouldn't be surprised if this color kind of outpaces white in the spring and in the summer. So we'll have to see. I literally got dressed so quickly. My son is sleeping upstairs. We are, kids are home right now because we're having a snow day. Our school is closed because of a snow day, 2 snow days actually in Florida, because we have maybe an inch of snow out there. But listen, we just don't have anything to deal with it. There's ice on the roads. Floridians, we don't know how to drive in ice. You know, it's just not safe out there. So it's laughable that school is closed right now, but I totally get it. But anyway, so I have limited time to do this before my son wakes up. Anyway, let's continue. The pastel powdery pinks are set to be huge for spring 2025. I'm sure I'll do a different color video for spring and we'll focus more on colors there, but this is really supposed to be a huge color for 2025 in general. It's more of a cool tone color, so gonna look like garbage on me, but the people that it looks good on, it looks really good on. I think this would be a beautiful color for a dress to wear to a wedding, like a spring wedding. This would be a beautiful color to be part of your wedding colors. It'll be really fun to see how this plays out in the spring. You know, the whole like romantic, girly 90s boho vibe is definitely a big thing for 2025. So I think this color will probably play into that trend as well. I'm very excited to share with you the sponsor of this video, and is actually responsible for some very relaxing moments throughout my week. It's called Heyday. Heyday is a very charming farming game. I'm like a lot of women, and I juggle work and life and family, and sometimes I just need a moment to unwind, and Heyday is perfect for that. It's very easy to play, it's beautifully designed, and it has a very calming vibe. In Heyday, you get to grow crops, raise adorable animals, and even build your own farm from the ground up. But not to worry, it's not stressful at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The game goes in a slow and enjoyable pace and actually lets you relax and recharge. And I think one of the things I love most is the sense of accomplishment at seeing my little farm thrive. Plus, it's such a wholesome and relaxing way to take a break without scrolling on social media. So they've actually given me a special link where you can download 16 items to decorate your farm in Heyday for free. They're so cute. They have a lot of little musical instruments I've been playing around with. I'll show you what my farm looks like right now, but by the time this video posts, I will most likely have redecorated, which, as you know, if you played Heyday, redecorating is part of the fun. This is by far one of the most enjoyable and relaxing things that I can do on my phone, so I highly recommend this game if you're anything like me. A color we have not seen talked about in I don't know how long, years, even though I still talk about it, but every time I talk about it, I say it's not really a trending color, but it still looks good. And if the fashion runways are the indication of what's going to be big in 2025, then navy is going to be a huge color this year. And I think this is really fun because we really haven't seen a focus on navy in a long time. Although it's a very classic color, even though it hasn't been trending, it's never looked out of style. And also I feel like navy is a very big traditionally spring color and fall color in, you know, different ways. This is a very versatile color, and I'm excited to see more styles come around in navy because we just haven't seen them lately. I do have a navy silk bodysuit. This is also from Quince, and I love it. I've actually been looking for a style like this, and every top I would try on like this was just way too low cut. and I was just like, this is not gonna work. But this one is perfect. It has a little button zip thingy. I will link it below, although they did sell out of it a couple times, so if it's still available, it's great, but it does come in other colors. But I digress. I do love the navy. I think this will be a really fun color to play around with because it is so versatile and just easy to pair with so many other neutrals and even non-neutrals. So you'll have to let me know what you think if you're excited about navy. This next color I just love. It's been on trend and I love it, but most shades of it, most versions of it just don't look good on me. It makes me look like I'm sick or something, and it's the lemon meringue yellow. I saw it somewhere called lemon meringue, and I liked that. It's like a light, pale yellow, and I think this is so beautiful. Every time I see it on somebody, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. So I love this color. If you can wear this color, please wear it. Wear it for me. Wear it in my honor because I can't. I just look terrible. This I can somehow wear. This is a little bit warmer, but if it's a really cool, pale yellow, I don't know what it does to me, but it doesn't do good things. So we're not gonna wear that, but I do love it. And if it's like a brighter shade of that color, then maybe I can get away with it. But anyway, we're not talking about me. We're talking about colors here. Okay, and I love this color. It's so great for spring. It's been on trend. I think you're really gonna find a lot of items out there already that's in this color, and it can be just so beautiful. And it also pairs really nicely with colors like this and neutrals and like beiges and taupes and that kind of thing. So that'll be a fun color to play around with if that is up your alley. There's always some shade of green that's on the trending cycle of fashion, and this year it's going to be the darker, like martini olive shades of green. We did see this start to come up in 2024, and we're just gonna keep seeing it in 2025. It's kind of a fun color, I think. It's either one, I feel like it's one that you either love it or you hate it. I love it, I think it's beautiful. Even going into spring 2025, I think we will see this color in more spring styles and paired back with everything from neutral shades to denim to beautiful dresses. I have a beautiful olive demier bag. It's a suede bag. I get so many compliments on it, and I feel like it goes with so many things. Dark brown, unless you were living under your house and you never came out for the daylight, you know, dark brown was a huge color for 2024, and it's just continuing into 2025 because once that came back, we got our heads wrapped around it because, you know, a long time ago it was like, ooh, dark brown, it just didn't look right. And once we got our heads wrapped around it, we realized this is a gorgeous color. But dark brown can be such a beautiful color, especially if you feel like black is too harsh for you. Go to dark brown. Dark brown is wonderful. I've been loving this color. I think it's so beautiful, and I just really don't see this going anywhere, even for spring and even into fall 2025. This is just a color, a neutral color I think is going to be here to stay. In 2024, we saw so many shades of burgundy, bordeaux, all the shades that circle those two colors. Huge for 2024. It's not changing in 2025. They're still very big colors. And I think for this spring, the focus will be more on the burgundy and bordeaux accessories rather than the clothing, because that kind of feels a little bit more fall-ish. But I have these pointy toe burgundy, they're more like a bordeaux color, a beautiful shade, pointy toe slingbacks, and they're shockingly comfortable. I have loved wearing those with so many random outfits, and I don't plan on stopping into spring. I feel like they're still going to be a good spring shoe, even though it's a little bit of a fall color. So I think this is really fun, and I just think this is such a beautiful color in handbags and in shoes, and of course in dresses and things as well. But if that's, you know, feels too dark going into spring, accessories are just so beautiful in these colors. Red is not one of the colors I was going to mention. I think Bordeaux and burgundy have kind of just surpassed red as the huge on-trend color, but I don't think it's really going anywhere. Like, we're still going to see a lot of the cherry red. I think we'll still see a lot of red accessories, red dresses, red pants, that kind of thing. So I don't think you should put away your red by any means ever if you love red, but I do think that these burgundy and bordeaux colors are just kind of taking over in the red color family. Now let's talk about three colors that are they're just not it for 2025. One of them is, I've already talked about this before, but neons, you know, it's so funny. Neons are either really big or just really not. And like bright, bold neon dresses and neon shirts and just huge neon everything is just, it just still looks a little bit like 2020 and 2019 or was that what it was? There was like a couple years where just like everything was neon. And it just seems like neon is just not it right now. I mean, I do love neons in certain cases and for certain things, but it's just not really a trending talked about color right now. And by the way I feel about colors in general is it really kind of depends on the style that they're in. When you're talking about solid colors, even if a color's not on trend, I don't really think it ever goes out of style because it's just a color. And so if you find a color that you really, really love, even if it's not on trend, it still doesn't look out of style, because it's mainly when it looks out of style as if it's in a style that is a dated style, not really the color. So whenever I say these colors are not trending, it just means that you're gonna have a really hard time finding them. You're gonna have a difficult time going to stores and finding a neon yellow or neon pink dress because it's just not a trending color for 2025. The next color that is just not trending, and man, you know, we talk about some trends that just kind of come in hot and then leave just as fast as they came, and that would be this one, which is Barbie pink. Barbie pink, it just all of a sudden, every celebrity in the world was wearing hot Barbie pink, and it was a huge color everywhere, and it was a fast fashion color and everything, and then it just stopped. I don't know what happened there. So if you are a person who loves Barbie pink, that darker, brighter Barbie pink, I hope you took advantage of it, because now it's going to be a little bit hard to find things in that color. Now the color that is not trending this year, and I love it with all my heart, and of course I will keep wearing it forever and ever because I love it and it looks good on me, but it's the caramel browns. Now this was a really big color for the last few years, and it's just kind of just gone away. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares about it. Nobody's making things in it. I mean, I'm sure there's some things around that are still made of this color, but it's just not as big as it was. I feel like for a while, almost everything you looked at had this shade of brown in that style. But now it's all about the dark chocolate browns and the really, like this color, which I guess is not brown at all, but it's just not really a trending color. So I, for one, am glad that I have plenty of things to wear that I love in this color. I will keep wearing them because I know that it's just, if it's not a trending color, I'm going to have a hard time finding it. So c'est la vie. I will wait till next time it comes around. And but I got my, I have plenty of items to wear in that color. So I'm all good. Don't you worry about me, girl. I'm good. But all in all, I do think there's some fun colors to play around with this year in 2025. And it will be fun to see what kind of colors start cropping up for spring and different styles that we see. And we'll probably have some more color combinations that we can try out. So colors are always fun. They're always fun to play around with. And like I said, I just firmly believe that if it's your color, wear it. If you don't like the color, don't wear it. It should be a good time had by all. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if any of these colors are exciting to you or just look terrible on you, like the really pale pinks and stuff that look terrible on me, but look great on other people. Just because it looks bad on me doesn't mean I don't like it. I do like it, like that yellow. I love it on other people. But on me, I don't know, I look sickly or something. Make sure to check out Heyday. It's literally one of my favorite things to do right now in terms of just relaxing activities. So make sure to check out Heyday. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and anything I talked about or wearing or whatever will be down there too. And I will see you next time.